Namaste. This is practice for you to practice all of the clothing Hindi words that we have been learning in class. So the first word is kappade. Kappade. One more time. Kappade. And kappade means clothes. So where are my kappade? Where are my clothes? My kappade are pretty. My clothes are pretty. So kappade is clothes. And today we are going to go shopping. So we are going to select some kapde for each of you. So first, let's learn how to say shirt in Hindi. Shirt is kameez. Kameez. Say it with me. Kameez is shirt. So which kameez would you like? And the way for you to select one is to describe it with the color, right? So let's say you wanted the blue one, this short sleeve blue one. Well, how do we say blue in Hindi? If you said Neela, then that's correct, Neela. So I want the Neela kameez. I want the Neela kameez. Now, how would we say that whole sentence in Hindi? मुझे नीला कमीज चाहिए. मुझे नीला कमीज चाहिए. Or what about the red shirt? Red in Hindi is lal. Lal. I want the lal kameez. मुझे लाल कमीज चाहिए. मुझे लाल कमीज चाहिए. One more time. मुझे लाल कमीज चाहिए. So, pick out a couple more and keep practicing with the colors and the word kameez and trying to say that whole sentence in Hindi. I want the red shirt. I want the yellow shirt. And try to say that whole thing in Hindi, okay? मुझे लाल कमीज चाहिए. मुझे पीला कमीज चाहिए. All right, next one. Pant. So in Hindi for pants, we say pant. Pant. So you can see it's very similar to English, but we kind of add an Indian accent and we take off the S at the end. So there's no pants. In pants we say pants with a sa at the end. But in Hindi we just say pant. Pant. मुझे बैंगनी पैंट चाहिए. I want the purple pants. मुझे बैंगनी पैंट चाहिए. Or what about if you want the red pants? मुझे लाल पैंट चाहिए. I want the red pants. Now let's try the black ones. Try it on your own first. How would you say, I want the black pants? Let's make it a little easy. Let's just first say, I want the kala pant, right? I want the kala pant because kala is black. I want the kala pant. Now let's try to make the whole sentence in Hindi. मुझे काला पैंट चाहिए. मुझे काला पैंट चाहिए. All right, next comes dresses. Dresses in Hindi we say frock. Frock. So it's not frog like rivet, rivet. It's frock with a k sound at the end. Frock. So, which frock would you like? Let's say you want the pink one. मुझे गुलाबी frock चाहिए. I want the pink dress. मुझे गुलाबी frock चाहिए. What about the yellow dress? मुझे पीला frock चाहिए. मुझे पीला frock चाहिए. Or what about the purple dress? How do we say purple in Hindi? If you said bangani, you are right. मुझे बैंगनी frock चाहिए. I want the purple dress. All right, next is jacket. Jacket in Hindi is the same and in English. So this one's easy. I want the blue jacket. मुझे नीला jacket चाहिए. मुझे लाल जैकेट चाहिए. I want the yellow and black jacket. मुझे पीला और काला jacket चाहिए. What about the red and yellow jacket? मुझे लाल और पीला jacket चाहिए. So now you try with the last one. There's this last jacket here. There's two. Actually, there's a red and a blue one. So you try saying the sentence. If you said मुझे लाल jacket चाहिए, then good job, very good. Or if you chose the other jacket, मुझे नीला और हरा jacket चाहिए. So keep practicing. All right, next one is shorts. How do we say shorts in Hindi? We say nikkar. Nikkar is shorts. So now I want you to try to put the sentence together now that we've tried several. So select a pair of shorts and then try to say the whole thing. I want the purple shorts, or I want the red shorts. Let's start with the purple ones. मुझे बैंगनी निक्कर चाहिए. मुझे बैंगनी निक्कर चाहिए. Or the blue ones. मुझे नीला निक्कर चाहिए. Or the red ones. मुझे लाल निक्कर चाहिए. All right? Next is our moza, or socks. Socks is moza. So look at these pink socks that are so cute. They have hearts on them. मुझे गुलाबी मोजा चाहिए. मुझे गुलाबी मोजा चाहिए. Or what about the blue ones? Blue in Hindi is नीला. मुझे नीला मोजा चाहिए. Or the green ones? मुझे हरा मोजा चाहिए. I want the green socks, or I want the blue socks. All right, next, swimsuit is swimsuit in Hindi is also swimsuit in English. It's the same word, right? So select any one of these. How about we do the green one? मुझे हरा swimsuit चाहिए. मुझे हरा swimsuit चाहिए. Or what about the yellow one? मुझे पीला swimsuit चाहिए. Next is skirts. Skirt in Hindi, we say skirt. Skirt. So let's try the purple one. मुझे बैंगनी skirt चाहिए. मुझे बैंगनी skirt चाहिए. Or the pink one. मुझे गुलाबी skirt चाहिए. Next is vest. Vest in Hindi, we say vaskat. Vaskat. So, look at this. Look at this turquoise one. Turquoise in Hindi is firozi. Firozi. So, mujhe firozi vaskat chahiye. Or the black one. Mujhe kala vaskat chahiye. Or the green one. Mujhe hara vaskat chahiye. So keep practicing, and you select whichever vest you want and keep practicing. All right, next is our pajamas. So in Hindi, we call these pajamas too, or pajama. So you can select, let's say we want the blue one. मुझे नीला पजामा चाहिए. मुझे नीला पजामा चाहिए. Next is our shoes. Shoes in Hindi, we say jute. Jute. So one shoe is juta, two shoes is jute. One shoe, juta. More than one shoe, jute. So, look at these blue Converse. So, mujhe neela juta chahiye. Or if you want both shoes, mujhe neela jute chahiye. Or what about the purple ones? मुझे बैंगनी जूते चाहिए. Or the turquoise ones. मुझे फिरोजी जूते चाहिए. and you might have heard this word before, chappal. Chappal is our slippers, or some people call them flip-flops. So we have so many chappals here, right? And it's almost chappal season. Chappal season is coming. Summer is coming. So let's choose the green ones. मुझे हरा चप्पल चाहिए. Or the pink ones. मुझे गुलाबी चप्पल चाहिए. Or the blue ones. मुझे नीला चप्पल चाहिए. Next is belt. Belt is the same in Hindi as it is in English. Belt. So you can select any one of these and add the color. Let's just try one, the pink one. मुझे गुलाबी belt चाहिए. Next is hat. Hat in Hindi, we call it a topi. Topi. This is a kind of a fun word. Topi. So select, how about we do the blue one? मुझे नीला टोपी चाहिए. I want the blue hat. मुझे नीला टोपी चाहिए. And now that we've done all of our everyday clothes, what about our Indian clothes? Our culture has so many beautiful clothes in it. So let's take a look. So for girls, look at all the options. There's so many different styles. We have sari, and then there's another sari. This is a Gujarati style sari where the lady is wearing her balu on her head. And the girl next to her is wearing a Salvar Gummies, which is like a long shirt with loose pants and a dupatta. And the girl next to her is wearing a churidar, and a churidar is also a long fitted shirt with tighter pants, kind of like leggings, and also a chunni. And the girl next to her is wearing an anarkali. Anarkali is kind of like wearing a long dress, like a midi dress, with leggings underneath, and of course a dupatta. And a patiala suit is worn mostly by girls in northern India and also and mostly in Punjab. And those have a short top, like a short shirt in length, and loose pants, and also a chunni. And the last one, all the way on the thigh side, on the right side, that lady is wearing a lehenga. Now this is a tricky H word, lehenga. And those are usually fancy, and usually we wear them at weddings or Diwali parties or very special occasions, maybe if we're going to Garba before Diwali. So that is called a lehenga, and that is like a long skirt with a top and a dupatta. Now let's take a look at the clothes for the men and boys. So the most common is a kurta pajama. Kurta pajama. And kurta pajama is a long shirt with loose pants. And the other type of kurta pajama is also, you could pair it with a dupatta, like how girls wear a dupatta, like the scarf. Sometimes some guys like to wear that too. So this uncle, standing next to the first uncle wearing the red turban, he is wearing a dupatta around his neck. And the next uncle that's holding the laddus in his hands, he's wearing a dhoti. A dhoti. And these are most often worn in South India. And these are very comfortable. And it's kind of like a long skirt for a man. And again, mostly worn in South India. And the uncle standing next to him, the engineering uncle standing next to him that's wearing the hard hat, he's wearing a suit. And many of you have probably seen someone wearing a suit before. And he's wearing a suit just like people in America wear suits, with a tie and a jacket and slacks. Now, the uncle standing next to him that looks all fancy, he is wearing a sherwani. A sherwani. And a sherwani is a very fancy outfit that a lot of men wear on their wedding day. And it's like a really long shirt with pants that are kind of tight, not too tight, but a little tighter than a kurta pajama, and a long dupatta. And the hat that he's wearing, the topi that he's wearing, is called a sehra, or you can call it a pagadi. And this is a special hat that the men wear on their wedding day. Now, the uncle standing next to him, he's wearing like regular American clothes. He's wearing a long sleeve shirt, a tie, a gulloband. Gulloband is tie in Hindi. And he's wearing slacks, like he's going to work. And the last uncle is wearing a kurta pajama with a vaskat, with a vest on top. So these are all the different Indian clothes and different types of clothes that men wear in India. And this picture shows you what we wear for our wedding day. So the man again is wearing a sherwani and the girl is wearing a lehenga. She is wearing a lehenga. And we also need accessories, right? So backpack in Hindi, they don't call it a backpack. They call it a bag. A bag. So that one's easy to remember. Now let's do some practice questions. So if you were going swimming, out of all of these things, the options at the top, what would you choose to wear to go swimming? Would you wear a kameez, a frock, swimsuit, nikkar, or topi? Which would you choose if you were going swimming? If you said swimsuit, you are correct. All right, now, what if it is really hot outside? What would you wear out of all of the things on the top? Would you wear a jacket if it's really hot outside? Moza, gulloband, nikkar, or pajamas? If you said nikkar, you got it right. Very good. Now, what if it was really cold outside? Aaj thand hai. Aaj thand hai. Then would you wear jacket, moza, gulloband, nikkar, or pajama? Well, if it's really cold, you probably wear jacket and moza, right? Okay, next question. Ladies, this is a question for the ladies. What would you wear to a Diwali party? What would you wear to a Diwali party? Would you wear a frock or a lehenga? Frock or a lehenga? Well, you could wear whatever you want, but a lot of people for a Diwali party might choose to wear a lehenga. And what about for the boys? What would you wear to a Diwali party? Would you wear a sherwani or would you wear a kameez and nikkar with a topi? You can wear whatever you want, but I think a lot of people would probably choose to wear a sherwani. Now, what if you were going to a baseball game? Out of all the items at the top, what would you probably wear if you were going to go watch a baseball game? Would you wear a kameez, a frock, pant, nikkar, or topi? Well, if it's really garam outside, then you might choose to wear a kameez and nikkar with a topi. But if it's not, if it's kind of chilly, you might decide to wear kameez, pant, and topi. Okay, now girls, what would you wear if you were going to a birthday party? Would you wear a kameez, frock, swimsuit, nikkar, or topi? Well, let's assume that it's not a pool party. So maybe some of the girls would like to wear a frock. And for the boys, what would you wear if you were going to a birthday party? Would you wear a kameez, pant, swimsuit, nikkar, or topi? And again, let's assume it's not a pool party. So probably not a swimsuit then, right? So for the boys, you might choose to wear a kameez and pant or a kameez and nikkar. And if it's outside, you might also add a topi. All right, now, if you were going to a royal ball, this is a question for boys. If you were going to a royal ball, out of these three outfits, which one would you want to wear? A kurta pajama, a suit, or a sherwani? That's a tough one, and that's something that everyone can decide for themselves, but choose one. A kurta pajama, a suit, or a sherwani? What would you like to wear? Now for the ladies, if you were going to a royal ball, what would you want to wear? A sari, a churidar, anarkali, or lehenga? Again, would you wear a sari, churidar, anarkali, or lehenga? All right, next question. Ooh, look at this fun water park. If you were going to go here, would you prefer to wear on your bed, on your feet, jute or chappal? Jute or chappal? What does jute mean? Shoes. And what does chappal mean? Slippers or flip-flops. So what would you wear, jute or chappal? Probably chappal, right? And again, if you're at this water park, what would you wear? Would you wear a swimsuit or a jacket? Swimsuit, right? That's an easy one. All right, last two questions. What are the colors of Aunties' Salvar? Salvar. Remember we talked about Salvar Gummies? And the Salvar is the leggings that she's wearing underneath. So what is the color of her Salvar? They look gulabi, don't they? The leggings she's wearing look gulabi. And what colors are Uncle's Gummies? What colors are Uncle's Gummies? What does Gummies mean? If you said shirt, then you are correct. Very good. So, Uncle's Gummies is pila rang, right? Yellow. And the buttons are kala. What about Uncle's jute? What about Uncle's jute? What does jute mean? Jute means shoes. So Uncle's jute are kala, black. So I hope that you will listen to this audio workbook and practice how to say I want and learn all your clothing vocabulary because it'll be really useful for you. I will see you later.